welcome to Moose Motion Live, and during this stream today, I'm getting ready to make some, well, custom colored clay for Shimo, I do say. And thanks for joining in from Texas, Godzilla 950, that's pretty cool. Do apologize for being a little bit late here, guys. Now, yeah, had some painting problems. I thought I had a bunch of clear coat available, so I tried spray painting a bunch of the stuff that it was just painted so I could keep it protected, so I didn't have to necessarily clean off a bunch of, coat on the actual paint, but yeah, things happen, so I guess we'll just improvise with the time being, so yeah, mic's on and everything. Hey, Claymationzilla, thanks for tuning in, and Kingzilla. So yeah, started a little earlier today, dogs are walked and everything, so Jacobzilla, ooh, we got quite a few of us tuning in. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing here, guys, is basically mixing up a bunch of clay, so that way it's kind of easy, so that way I can interact with you guys during the stream, as well as kind of stay productive at the same time. Most of Shimo is downstairs because I tried spray painting it, and yeah, it didn't work. I'm gonna have to go get a bunch of, unfortunately, clear coat later on. So what I like to do, moving on with the project here, with large projects like this where I'm going to be using a large amount of clay, Kaiju Land, thanks for tuning in. Just kind of going to go over quickly what I'm going to be doing, and then I'll get back to you. But basically, this is a heat gun, so for large amounts of clay like this, Shimo is a big project. I'm sure all of you are well aware of that, and obviously there's quite a bit of clay there. So what I like to do for large amounts like this is basically use a heat gun and just be careful. Obviously, when it gets really hot, you don't want to touch it too much, but I'm going to have to probably grab my glasses before I get things too far. And I also should mention, music in the background is royalty free, and you'll find the links in the post description. So yeah, usually heat it up a lot because that way it just makes it a lot easier to mush around and sculpt. So yeah, what do we got here? Glad I can make it. Yeah, I'm glad you can make it too, Mr. Kaiju Land. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, these live streams are honestly quite a lot of fun. I enjoy them quite a lot. So if you guys have any questions or topics you'd like to talk about, favorite monsters, dinosaurs, fire away, I do say. Hey, I got so I could do a war bat. Oh, cool! You're finally making a war bat. Yeah, that's been on my to-do list for some time. I think it's about the mid-range level for points, give or take. So, yeah, kind of far, but not too far. Just gonna pull in the mic a little bit closer, so there might be slight sound adjustment here, guys. Do apologize. Usually fashionably late. That's kind of my normal, unfortunately. Doug, oh god, yeah, we know. We got a bunch of Doug fans here, so. But, yeah, what I'm going to do is set up my heat gun here, start mixing in a bunch of white plasticine and gray. Not going for exactly a huge bright white character. I kind of want things to be dulled down just a little bit, to give it a little bit more realism is the idea. Now, unfortunately, some of my house wiring is a little old, so I may or may not have to turn off a set of lights here to kind of make sure that the heat gun's going to work properly, because otherwise you're going to get a bunch of flickering, which you may or may not get anyway, because I have a lot of things plugged in here, so. Is Kong after Shimo? I think it's a Doug. I don't want to say that too much, because then people go off in the chat there about Doug, so yeah. Doug is next, but I think it's either Scar King or Kong will be next. That or a dinosaur. I haven't done a dinosaur for a while, so I'd kind of like to do one of those, but we'll see. I definitely plan on basically doing an animation shortly after the film's release once Shimo is done, so you guys all have that to look forward to, a giant movie monster fight coming soon. Great work. I don't. Thank you. That makes me very happy. I'm glad that I've inspired you to, well, make your own little clay projects and films, because yeah, that's basically what I'm all about here, is kind of hopefully inspiring the younger generations to do this stuff a lot sooner, and hopefully you guys can be a little bit more successful than I have been at it. I've been doing it for quite some time, I think 25 plus years. Oh, we got a puppy joining us here. Say hi to Holly, everybody. You're gonna smile for the camera, sweetie? Yeah. Oh, yes, hello, Holly. You can see Fumi's at bed back there. She's in the room taking a nap. Join us later when I go grab my glasses. But yeah, that's my Holly girl. She always likes to join streaming. It seems that she likes you guys a lot. Jacobzilla, hello. Dog, yeah, this is Holly. She's my my German Shepherd brat. Hey, you gonna say hi? I'm gonna be shy now. Yeah. Hey, big puppy dog. I have a small petting zoo here in my house, so just so you guys know if there's any other animal interruptions. I have like 3 cats. The fish obviously won't bother us in any sort of way, and then there's the pug. So yeah, small zoo. I like animals. I'm sure a lot of you guys apparently have pets, so if you got any pets, let me know in the chat. It's always a fun topic to kind of discuss. I got lots of pet stories too, so I want to see Scrat or Scrat. I do have a Scrat. Scrat's back there, but I want to see Scar King. Yeah, the whip in particular, I think would that be the funnest thing about it, to be honest. The pug. Honestly, Doug reminds me a lot of my pug, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with that character once I start getting into him. But I do kind of have to replenish my clay inventory. I know I kind of went against the whole point system here with Shimo was never really on the board to begin with, and my tablet is slowly falling. You try to slip away this time, but I caught you. I set things up before stream a little bit better, but apparently not. I got a bunch of clay holding this tripod that I thought would work well for this thing, so I apologize for the slight fondling of the tablet here, but it's expensive, so I don't want it to drop. Things are a lot better, at least it's not just hanging out on the table, so. But yeah, this $50 contraption that I have purchased is more or less set up for horizontal, not necessarily vertical. I kind of don't like having it set up like this, but we'll make do, hopefully. Yeah, apologize guys. I want to see the pug. Well, I have to go grab my glasses here in a bit, because yeah, these lights are crazy. Getting tired, it's been a long day, 8:45. Okay, yeah, it's getting kind of late here too, unfortunately. I'm just going to blow my nose quick, so mute. If that. But yeah, have a good sleep. That's important. I always have bags under my eyes at this point, so. Hey, Miss, you work hard and sorry, the heart tends to get in the way and it doesn't show up on the tablet here. It used to show up on my cell phones, but my cell phones don't have reliable sound quality here. Your work is amazing. You every time almost. Yeah. Thanks. I definitely appreciate the words of affirmation there, Kong 2021. Yeah, it means a lot to me because yeah, I put a lot of effort into this stuff to say the very least. So, but yeah, I digress. Speaking of putting effort in, I've been talking for a few minutes here, but that's okay. It's nice to actually be able to interact with my audience for a change. Probably should have done live streams quite some time ago. Better late than never. So, one of my many plugins here will hook up the heat gun, which I used to use for car activities a lot, but now it's changed. But I'll grab Fufu in a little bit here. And let you flicker on just a little bit. Now, when you guys are playing with this stuff, I'll probably put on some gloves here just to kind of protect my hands maybe a little bit. But I don't need anything too major. I work as a welder, so I've developed a lot of calluses over time, unfortunately, so my hands are pretty used to being burnt. It's sad to say, but I always have like an oven bake tray to basically keep things in place so that way it doesn't cause any major issues. So just gonna push the clay up here a little bit more. Next GXK. There's Fungo Pops? I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know there were Shimo toys though. Oh, hopefully that guard thing doesn't get in the camera's way. It's awfully close, so hopefully you guys' vision's alright. Don't know if there's anything I can majorly do. Hey Godzilla 950, what's up? Did you do your SCP homework? Kind of curious because that was our last big discussion. How long after Shimo? Kong. Oh, Kong, I already answered that question. The pug, I want to see the pug. Okay, yeah. So, what I'll probably do here is just strip out my chicken legs a little bit, see what else you guys kind of have to say here for the first little bit. Then I will go grab little Miss Fufu from her nap and my glasses so I'm not completely blind. I looked up the lizard guy. Oh, Okay, yeah, the crocodile dude, SCP-3 or no, it's not 3, 632, if I recall correctly. He is really cool. I want to make him at some point. So now some of this clay does have a lot of paint on it, but that'll just kind of go away once it's all mixed up. So stripping the clay off because I want to get as much white together as possible, because when you're doing mixed colors, guys, it's very, very important to make sure that essentially whatever is you're doing stays consistent, because once you make that color, you're probably never going to be able to make it again. So yeah, don't mind that. Just there's a bunch of old plasticine here that's really dirty, so I may as well just get mixed in with all that stuff. So doesn't matter too much, although there's a weird car prop in here that doesn't belong. Do I have any Godzilla figures? None other than the ones that I have technically made. So I think I might have a couple. I have a mass toy collection, but it's all just kind of in storage in boxes for different prop purposes. So I'm at a point where I don't really know where everything is, unfortunately. So maybe? I don't think so, though. Actually, I have a couple 98 Godzillas for sure. Like the original Zillas. Like the Zilla. The one that's not popular. I liked them quite a lot, but I believe there are a couple remote control ones from back in the day, but I'm not sure whether they are anymore. They're probably like antiques. They're over 20 years old at this point, so that'd be kind of cool to find them. So see if I can find them at one point. I want to get one of those new figures. Those are really cool. The legendary guy that shoots all the mist out of his mouth. LEDs. Because I'm just kind of a big kid at heart. So I gotta go to Brother's Soccer game. Hey, Kingzilla, well, thanks for tuning in a little bit. We'll see how long I am. I might be streaming for about an hour is usually my average, but we'll see how long it takes to mix things up. I might throw on a couple layers of clay on Shimo, but not too many, probably. So keep your post notifications turned on. Hopefully this first layer is done by the night, so yeah. Have a good night, Mr. Claymationzilla. Enjoy the soccer game. I'm broke. Oh no. Yeah, sometimes these dolls are honestly a lot of maintenance, so I'll see it. Yeah, you're quite a regular here, so I appreciate your support, Mr. Kingzilla. So yeah, enjoy your game. Support your brother. Go cheer him on. Hopefully he wins. But yeah, look, these things break from time to time. I think my original Gojira over there technically had a broken leg, which happened during the whole Godzilla takeover. He did break an arm. I completely overextended that and snapped it. So that sucked. Had to fix that on the fly. And I did actually have some footage of it, but I never added that to the behind the scenes video, unfortunately. I kind of forgot that during the editing process. And I was like, too late. Got long enough footage, so it didn't matter too much anyway. It was cooler to see the animations in time-lapse form as... Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure how many people saw that one. I don't think it was a very popular video, unfortunately, but it was still a lot of fun. The one thing my iPhone is still good for, time-lapsing. That's it, though. No sound required there. I have a 2019 Godzilla from... Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably the original G-Man. There's a lot of... I can't remember the toy company name. I want to make sure my tablet's staying in place. So far, we're so good. But yeah, there's one out there that's really popular for stop-motion purposes. Like, I wish I could... I'll have to look up the company at some point. Chicken Legs. I'll have to, yeah, look that up at some point. There's a... I believe it's a Japanese company. They make... If the chat knows, let me know. That makes extremely detailed figures that are fully anatomical, so that's really cool. I see a lot of people use those for stop motion for obvious purposes, because it's a lot less stressful than claymation, but I have some regenerative powers that I could probably have a lot more fun with than they can't do, so just wait for -1 to start fighting things. So, yeah. Foreshadow. Usually, that happens a lot on the live stream, so all of you guys that get to tune into this stuff usually will get a good idea what a lot of the ideas I have are for future projects. See... Monster Arts. SH Monster Arts. Yes, that's it. Thank you, Godzilla Claymation. God, I'm tired. It's been a long day, painting for like 12, 11 hours. But yeah, Claymationzilla, thank you. I appreciate that. That is correct. Definitely recognize that name once it's mentioned. More of a dinosaur Thesaurus than I am a monster Thesaurus sometimes, to be honest. I remember being a huge dino nerd as a kid. I have a lot of old books and stuff. National Geographic was probably one of my favorite TV shows. I will get the pug soon, though. Oh, you do? Okay, cool. I'm surprised you don't do more stop motion with those. You should try that at some point. That's really popular on YouTube. Like, really popular. You could have your. I know the claymation stuff's a little more fun because it's a unique style, right? I'm really looking forward to basically doing regenerative stuff a lot, so that would be cool. What else we got here?
Guys, did you know Ashley carries great accent chairs, wall art, throw pillows, mirrors, lamps, and more?
Well, we'll see if I'm still alive later, Kong21. So, go enjoy your game. Root your brother on. That's important, families. Yeah. Go do that. Have fun. I'm just going to be playing Heat Gun. It's not like you're missing too much. I mean, unless you have like questions and requests and stuff, that's always kind of fun. But yeah, I think I got all the clay stripped away from the chicken legs today. Now, a pile of clay in my lap. So, got one more thing in the chat, and should skip that so you don't get any free publicity. Still have to create a playlist on my iPhone. Very busy. Very, very busy. You should look up what SH Monster. Yeah, I'm aware of what they are, yeah. I just couldn't recall the name. That's, yeah. Bit of a brain fart on my end, so yeah. I'll rely on you guys for some of that information, so thank you. I appreciate it. It's like a learning opportunity for both of us at this point. You can learn from me, and I can learn from you. I don't have it, too many figures. Oh, jeez. So all of you guys have them, but I don't. I'm a little jealous now. But that's okay. Good for you guys. Yeah, that's awesome. They're not too expensive, but they are one of the more pricier range. But you definitely get a good bang for your buck. So it's on my shopping list someday. But yeah, I should probably go to Pick a Brick. That's my bigger shopping list concern because I'm starting to go through a lot of Lego inventory that I shouldn't be. Upset a few Lego fans apparently, so I do apologize for my kit bashing habits, hacking things that I shouldn't. But yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. I'm gonna go grab glasses, so bear with me, guys. Be only a few minutes, and I will be back with it. But unfortunately, she won't be able to hang out too long because, yeah, I'm gonna be playing with Hika, and then it's just not safe for her to be playing around here. So, okay, type away, Mr. 950. I will be right back. I don't know if I can. Yeah, here. Check out the collection of characters. See if there's anything you guys want to talk about back there. We got zombie dinosaurs and a bunch of other things. Gotta make sure my tablet doesn't fall off. So, uno momento, por favor. Hey, I'll be back. Yeah, that is a fairness. And we're back. So, apologize for the absence. Glasses were apparently here the whole time, so that was dumb on me, but... Hi, Fufu. Say hi, everybody. Oh, how's the pug? Oh, sleepies. He's a little tired, guys. Yes, hi, Holly. Okay, you want to be on camera too? Yes, hello, everybody's going to be on. Get their 15 minutes of fame. Oh, and the cats are loose, by the way, too. So we'll have them join us. Probably at some point. Hey, Mr. Mittens. Yeah, it's Foo-Foo. The old lady at the house. Yeah. You made a Lego robot. That's pretty cool. Okay. Jeez, you too. Alright. Cool. It's a lot more comfortable for my eyes at this point because, yeah, 5 lights there, ring light there, a bunch of other ones here. So, we're back. The pug. The pug life. Yeah, she used to be pretty popular on Instagram, actually, so. She's 13, 14 now. We've had quite a long life together. A lot of fun memories, hey? I should probably clean your eyeballs. Ooh. Going to have pug hair everywhere in Shimo now. So as a part of my sculptures, maybe that's a secret ingredient to them. Extra pug love. Yeah. Tired from sleeping all day? Yeah, of course you are. There we go. That's better. Okay, cool. So, more clay. You guys don't really have too much to say. Got a couple from Heisei. I know what Heisei Godzilla is. He's been requested a few times. He's actually my favorite Godzilla, Heisei. I do say. Not heavily requested though. Oh, the one you were working on. Okay. Did you lose some footage? That's been a nightmare of mine. Luckily, that's never happened with. It's almost happened, I think, once, but it's never happened with any of my stop motion films yet. Happened with the last legendary Godzilla project. That was frustrating. I had to re-edit everything, but that's neither here or there. So. I don't know if this is an enjoyable camera angle for you guys. Kind of been trying to set things up for the last little while. Try and get a better view so some of my characters are in the background. The ones that are probably a little lesser known and not necessarily seen as much. I'm going to boost my seat up and maybe do just slightly over this way. Oh, your tripod broke. That sucks. Oh, yeah. You can always try to revert to like Lego. Lego works pretty good as tripods. I've done that actually for years before I got a bunch of them. I have a small collection of tripods, I think at this point is a good way to put it. So, yeah, I think it's okay. It's decent. It's not terrible. Great, but not terrible. But yeah, try if you have Legos kicking around, you can make a couple makeshift whatchamacallit tripods that way pretty easily. So. Now, here's a good look at what actual clay I usually use. Craftsmart, obviously, is backwards for you guys. I don't know if turning it upside down is going to help it more. But this stuff is great. It's usually in abundance at your average clay store, or art supply stores. So, it's easy, usually in abundance, easy to get, and it's usually pretty soft and works nice. I've tried other ones, but it tends to crack a little bit more, so. Do be careful on what you're using. I guess I could have used unboxing as a tag for this, considering I'm unwrapping a bunch of things. Ooh, isn't that exciting? So, network, got lots of Legos. Hey, Cody, thanks for tuning back in. We got Foo-Foo with us. One of my zoo things. Oh, Craftsmart. Craftsmart's great, yeah. There was... Legendary is technically another product, which I apparently don't have on hand. Shouldn't talk and turn away from the mic, but I noticed my voice is really loud on this thing, so yeah. It's not a bad thing, I suppose, but yeah, this stuff's awesome. A lot better than the other one. The other one probably worked better if you're doing, say, molding, because it does retain its shape a little bit better than this stuff in comparison, but when you're moving things around, it's nice to have that extra bit of plasticity. I think I'm using that term correctly. It's been a while since I've taken any of my welding courses, so. I got some Play-Doh, so I might try to use some of that with claymation. Play-Doh, you're fighting against the clock on that stuff, because if I'm not mistaken, it does dry. I hate air dry clay, so yeah, definitely don't do anything detailed in your time stuff on that one, so it gets really difficult. This is annoying though. I had to wrap it twice apparently, for whatever reason, so I'm going to surgically remove this package. So I never have fingernails anymore. So usually I keep those really well trimmed back so they're not going to be a hindrance to any of my sculpting projects, basically. I'm just going to move things over this way. It's probably better if I'm more in front. People tend to react better that way, I've noticed, going through the analytics. It's strange. I never thought I'd be on camera this much. But hey, how's it going, guys? We're here. I'm live with Pug. But her name is not Doug. But I'm not getting another pug. Fortunately. They're amazing animals, but the vet bills are terrible. He was pretty expensive. But, yeah. Stacy, who's a good girl? Figures. Nice, yeah, that's kind of the schedule I wanted to be on, but I don't think I've gotten to that point, unfortunately, because usually what I like to do is kind of have a backlog of videos, so that way I can keep the channel basically semi-active with essentially supercuts, so I can still post things. I notice a lot of people actually just wait for my projects to be finished and then watch the supercuts, which is completely understandable. Some of them have got a lot of views, but they're very, very long in comparison. I wish I was able to actually finish these projects in just like one duration, but yeah, we're not there yet. Maybe someday. Oh, Fufu, you're so sleepy. I apologize for the breathing if that is annoying to anybody, but that's part of the pug life. Unfortunately. Okay. I think I have a couple more packages I want to undo before I can start mixing up the clay for Shimo. I'm curious, Claymation Zilla, what is your favorite dinosaur? We've been over that topic probably once before, but I can't remember. I'll drill it in my head eventually, seeing how you're here all the time. So I'm going to use a little bit of gray as well, because I have an abundance of this stuff. A lot. Maybe I'll just throw them. A couple extra. Okay, one more. Okay, well, yeah, I turned the volume down. Oh, he has that mouthful. Shoot. Google. $9.50. What's yours too? Give me your favorite dinosaur. We've been over this before, but it's always kind of fun to go over it. I used to don't like to do stop motion. Yeah, actually, that's a good question to have. What kind of stop motion apps do you guys use? Because you two obviously do stop motion on a regular basis. I use Stop Motion Studio, I believe, is what it's called. Sleepy girl. Oh, Holly, don't you start whining. Oh, Stop Motion Studio. Pug hair in my nose. Yeah, I figured everyone used Stop Motion Studio. Aardman Animation, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that studio name. Idol of mine, they have apparently one, but it's really bad and it does not have good reviews, and I have not been bothered to try it. It's kind of like, oh, you guys, really? You're like the biggest founders of stop motion and you can't make an app for it? It's a little disappointing. Jacobzilla, hello once again. What's your favorite dinosaur, man? Hopefully I don't have to look it up. I kind of like that you guys are usually more abstract with the names. I do apologize. Yeah, Boo, here, you host. You're in charge now. Listen to Pooh as she blows snot rockets at you. Cheetah Island, hello. Thanks for tuning in. Just mixing up some clay, and we have Boo as my co-host today. As I look up some dinosaurs, I do say. PSTA. Okay. I don't get distracted easily, Pug. Okay, yeah, that's right. It's a Tyrannosaur Day. Unfortunately, it's not going to give me a description on the Wi-Fi speaker, but for anyone who's kind of curious, there's going to be a lot of glare because I have way too many lights here, but that's what it looks like, and of course it's going to be backwards for you. So that is a cool one. Where's it from? You are a wiggly worm. Also known as it's a theropod, obviously. Dinosaur genus is single known species. It's interesting. Lived 80 million years ago, or 76 million years ago. It's kind of our time period. Height 2.6 meters. Length 9 meters. So yeah. Not small. Doesn't give me a weight estimate here. I'm not sure what our specimens are like. That's a good question. Do you know how many... What's the percentage of the specimens that we have? You're such a wiggle worm. Because that's usually a good thing to kind of know. I know, like, Argentinosaurus, for example, is only known by, like, 2%. It's really small, unfortunately. Back again, Mr. Zilla. Hey. What is your favorite dinosaur? I have two favorite dinosaurs. Yeah, I kind of have like a big tie between three, so if you got more than one, that's fine. Hello, I play Fortnite. Okay, that's cool. I don't really play a whole lot of games anymore. I wish I had more time for gaming, but I've had a couple ideas to do some Fortnite animations, but I've never really... I don't think my audience is going to be huge into that one. Plus, it'd be really hard to do a lot of the building sequences, because I think that'd be the coolest thing, having the walls built in stop motion, but I don't know much about the game, so it would be a rabbit hole. I'd definitely have to dive down. And we got, what do you got here? Cheetah Island. Okay, message deleted. Interesting. Potato Films. I think that's your name. Very interesting words for the pup. Yeah, just kind of breathing. I just need that joins, so I stopped. Yeah, streaming's kind of hard. I mean, I don't have a huge audience, but luckily I knew I had some fairly dedicated fans that would definitely be into it. So, I mean, unfortunately, I've kind of adapted this style where I'm usually more interacting with you guys a lot of the time, but I used to go live on Facebook a lot where I'd have that problem, and when you're doing that, I got a bunch of paint on my hands. The main thing to focus on at that particular juncture is just the people that will be viewing the film later on. Some of those ones that I got on Facebook were like 500 plus views after the fact, but that's because I basically took into account who's going to be watching after and just kind of stayed active to the camera the entire time anyway. But I think Fufu's getting a little tired of being up here, guys. I might have to let her down. So I'm almost at that next point too, so... it's a cool game, but it's very glitchy. Okay, so stop motion animation with its glitchy nature might not be terrible. Kind of suit that nature, just... Actually, I got... Well, just keep trying and stay active. Like, I honestly didn't think I would have that much of a dedication on here, but... No, don't put the pug down. I have to put the pug down at some point because, yeah, she's too much of a wiggle worm and I can't get anything done with the pug. Because, yeah, I want to mix up some clay before the stream ends because I want to add that layer on and hopefully have part 2 of Shimo out by Tuesday, because I could digress, but Tuesday for you inspiring YouTubers is a good day to post. That's usually get just as much interaction on Friday. Friday is technically almost better, but yeah, Tuesday is a really good day. Around 2 o'clock or 2:30 is generally when I try to post, because that's usually when I'm off work, is at 2:30, so that way I can punch in all those keywords afterwards. But yeah, if you got Xbox, it's not glitchy at all. Oh, okay. I have PC. I still have a free gaming pass, and I haven't even used that yet. But I'm sorry, Fufu. You're too wiggly. So we're gonna put you in your little bed over. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. She even wants to jump out, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna trip over a bunch of wires. Here you go, honey. So. Yes, honey. I know you're there. No, Fufu. Oh. Stay. Bad pug. Okay. Okay. Apparently, I got to wander around blindly. Hey. Woo. Okay, I gotta go put her down on the couch, guys. I'll be right back. Old dog problems. Hey. Getting too excited. Come on. Sit down. No, honey. Okay. We're just gonna go outside then. Yeah, I know. Forbidden words. Minutes. Okay, I just let them outside for a bit because they were going crazy. It can bring that energy out there. So, apologize. I'm just oh my god. Who's still here with us in spirit? Jesus, this is not good for my sculpture. What did you call me? Cheetah Island, I believe is your name. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correct. I do apologize if I butcher anyone's name. A little dyslexic. Reading and writing is not necessarily my strong suit, unfortunately. Cheetah Island, do you understand, YouTuber? Okay, that's a really nice compliment. Thank you, Cheetah Island there. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, again, thank you. Yeah, I get that quite a lot, but luckily things have been growing quite a lot, and I'm very appreciative of all that, especially you regular fans. Yeah, I really appreciate that. It brings a smile to my face, so yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'll continue to work hard, sir. I promise that. So I'm not going anywhere. Speaking of which, I should probably start up my heat gun here at some point and start mixing things up. And I do have to let my dogs back in, so I will have to take a hiatus again from the camera, unfortunately. School Friday, so it makes the video Friday post. Well, school's kind of important too, right? Yeah. So, it's important to stay focused on that stuff. I wish I kind of took a different route for my education. I took a lot of trade schools, so, I mean, turned out in my favor. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of, like, film stuff where I'm from. Some parts of Canada, there is, but not a whole bunch. My friend, her name, PT Russell, who has a podcast thing, she's from Ontario, was like, you guys don't have film festivals there? I'm like, no, I wish. If I did, then I'd be a part of that, but I'm here, so. But I digress. Let's heat up and mix up some clay so we can continue with the Shimo project, I do say. A little more spot on with the poetry today. Probably because I'm not as tired. Although, that's generally my new normal. Although I have a few packages I kind of want to maybe just add to the white mixture. because this is the one color you can usually buy in abundance. So I'm just gonna go use as much as I can, because yeah, like I stated earlier in the stream, if any of you are doing custom claymation characters where they are custom colors, make sure you mix more than what you actually really need, because cats are destroying stuff now. Because once you mix it, it's really next to impossible to get that color back again, unfortunately. So always better to overmix than under. Learned that from Aardman Animation, creators of Wallace and Gromit. Yes, Mr. Mittens, what are you doing, buddy? Sounds like you're up to no good. Huh? Shimo. Yeah, I don't really care if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, man. I'm sorry if it is, but Shimo. I digress. Anyway. You have the witch? Ooh, that's a mouthful. I'll have to look that up. I might get some clay. I have a whole bunch of clay. It's kind of like I'm more than the art stores. It's almost become a problem. I'm gonna look up what you said there, Cheetah Island. I'm curious what that is. Sounds like you got an interesting pet. I have to go let mine in a bit. Hey, no battle cats. Leave Miss Kitty alone, Mr. Mittens. I know you're starting that. Am I? Oh, okay. Drama Queen, she's whining. I gotta plug back in. Be back. Out for 5 minutes. Oh, dear Lord. For food. Okay, back in after emails interruptions number 3. My streak has officially ended with that, I suppose. Where was I? Looking things up. Well, unpacking clay and multitasking away. See. Oh, Chihuahua. Okay. Dyslexic moment there. Sorry. I imagine that's probably pretty entertaining, though. Fufu's pretty well-rounded herself, I must admit. But that's okay. There's just more of her to love. I like to call her my little loaf of Wonder Bread. But, yeah. I digress. What's your doggy's name? Oh. What you doing, Mittens? Oh, your dog's on your channel. Okay, cool. Okay, you guys are having a conversation. Cool. I'm gonna play with some clay now. You can talk amongst yourselves. Might be able to get a little bit of work done. Speed run. Unboxing. Wrapping clay. It's exciting. God, I am just covered in pug hair. So yeah, I buy a ton of these sample packs, so certain colors almost rarely ever get used, so I may or may not have a giveaway kind of at some point for this stuff, because there's a lot of it, but we're not in that process of the YouTube life yet, but we'll get there. I already have pounds of it, so a lot. The inventory's back there, so I just kind of tossed the pack after the one color that I need, basically, from it. It's kind of nice having always a bunch of colors, but yeah. I seem to go through the dark ones, and I wish they sold more black on a regular basis, but that one doesn't seem to come in big packs. Kingzilla, you're back again. How was your soccer game? Oh, you're watching at the game. Okay, well, let me just go through that. Back from game. Okay, yeah, you are back from the game. Did your brother win, out of curiosity? Was he victorious? Well, see you later, Cheetah Island. It was nice hanging out with you. Give your chihuahua some extra hugs for me. I wonder if he's like one from Taco Bell. Although that chihuahua wasn't really big. But that's a Godzilla reference. Dating myself on that one, but... Back in 1998 when I was a kid. Alright. So all of this is now going to be turned into a Shimo, basically, at some point here. Is more or less the idea or the plan. I just have to mix it all up. Soon we'll be playing with the heat gun a little bit here. Probably grab a little bit of gloves just so I don't hurt myself too bad. Safety purposes. Ah, okay, so you're still at the game. Well, I'm rooting for him. Hopefully he does well. I used to play a bit of sports, but I was a sword fighter, a fencer. Did play a little bit of soccer, but I never got too heavy on that one. Fencing was definitely my forte. Yeah, there was Taco Bell Godzilla. I don't have any of those, but I do, like, I remember some of those cups are apparently quite even valuable. Like, they're not cheap anymore. They're seen as big collector's items. Cause, yeah, apparently, I don't know too much about the whole situation, so I won't digress too much, but allegedly, Taco Bell got sued for something in that regards to the film, so there was a lot going on with that situation, so I won't digress too much on it because that's a whole bunch of, I mean, stuff from the past, but you know, companies gonna be sensitive about that kind of stuff, so allegedly, bad things happened. I'll just say that, right? We'll leave it at that. Yeah, I see where we go. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, shush. Talk about... Oh, unfortunately, that heart is right in the way of your chat there. Godzilla 950, so just type in some random stuff so I can bump it above because I can't read that name. I can't see it on this either. I wish I could, but unfortunately I'm still having some technical issues. I'm here. Blazeman, hey! Joshua Games, thanks for joining in. Whoops, wrong stream. Okay. Well, thanks for your time. Ill regards. I gotta play with the heat gun, so I have to sculpt things. Oh, there's more back here. Let's get. Okay, I think that's all the clay. I think that's enough for Shimo. I don't think it's quite as much as clay as King Ghidorah or Sue, my giant T-Rex, but I made her skeleton a lot larger on purpose. Probably about 6 or 7 pounds, give or take. Normally I have a better estimate because I actually have packages, but this one I don't really have a whole lot of info to actually go on. So yeah, going to play with the heat gun now. So I'm gonna kill one of these lights here, so we don't blow any breakers and then I lose all my lighting. And just a pair of rubber gloves. That's probably all I need. I don't really need that even. Yeah. Hopefully they are on hand. I don't want to open the drawer where the camera is. Still here. Okay, no, can't find it. Whatever. We'll do it barehanded. I'll be fine. Don't do this at home, kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Dark mode. Well, thanks for tuning in. I shouldn't be on too much longer. Probably just a little bit more to mix this clay up, and then we'll probably call it quits. So, but yeah, thank you for your time. By the way, Blaze Man, hopefully you guys can kind of hear me over the heat gun. I apologize if this sounds really awkward, but yeah, I really love your Raptor. That thing's cool. I'll have to do another Raptor project at some point. I got a list of favorite Raptors, actually. Utah, Deinonychus, that's a really cool one. I remember doing a bit of a deep dive on that. It's really responsible for the dinosaur revolution. So, basically, I should probably digress on what I'm actually working on. I don't want to knock... Oh, our tablet here falling. Nice try. Now, that's really hot, so you have to be careful where you put that. Only you can prevent forest fires. Nice try, tablet. Not getting away from me this time. It's a Velociraptor. Nice. I have a little scientifically accurate blue. I'm sure you've seen her. She was technically the 1000 sub break. So we've come a long way from her. That's pretty cool. So yeah, apologize for the camera fondling here, but it was falling, so it's better than it taking a crash. So anyway, probably get a better view of what I'm actually working on here. So just softening up the first layer of clay. A little bit, it's pretty mushy at this point. It's not too hot either. So you kind of want to just go till that first layer kind of gets a little almost glossy in appearance. I'll play with it a little bit more, so you guys can see it, but we'll just mix it around a little bit. Use some of that heat that's still there, because it's a lot easier, obviously, because you can see this is a good example. This peels, top pen peels away like butter. So if you guys are mixing stuff and don't want to have it take forever, because this stuff's way harder, it hasn't been heated, this is a good hack. Probably not conventional, but it works. That copy. Okay, cool. I think yours is a lot bigger than mine. My blue, she's pretty tiny. I'm almost a little concerned. I have to do some stop motions with her at some point, but we'll see how it turns out. So now we're going to heat this stuff up, though. Hopefully you guys can see half decently okay. I understand the lighting. Maybe not the greatest. Turn on one more of those so it's a little better for you guys. But you can kind of see where it just kind of melts a little bit. And see as far as you want to go. You don't want to heat it up too much. Now this usually takes quite some time. See how long it takes. Give it a couple seconds to cool down so I don't burn my hands. Really? Didn't expect that. He fits like in the palm of my hand. He's really small. But yeah. Making a big... I should probably roll up my sleeve so I don't ruin this new sweater. That the pug has already pre-covered in hair. Everywhere. This part can be a little bit messy, guys. That's a lot of plasticine. Curious, Blaze Man, is a Velociraptor your favorite dinosaur? Definitely in my top list. I think Utah is a little bit cooler in retrospect, but yeah. Nope. Okay. Apparently the clay is starting to get a little warm for the tablet here too, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have to be on because we're having some issues. Damn. Yeah, it's a lot of clay, which is a lot easier to mix when you use a heat gun. But apparently the clay that I'm using for the tablet here is not enjoying that either. It's heating up this entire small section of the house. I need to move into a bigger studio. Soon my living room will become my studio, so I'll probably be streaming a lot of that, or moving everything around, so that'll be an interesting day. I have to find a new art table and a whole bunch of other things, but yeah. That day will be coming soon, because I'm running out of room. My Velociraptor is the same size. Okay, so it is probably pretty close to the same size then. Yeah, Blue is definitely one of my smaller characters. Usually doing that can be easier or more difficult for stop motion sometimes, in all honesty. Because it's less to work with, right? You don't have to really worry about nearly as much character. So in that sense, it's a lot easier. However, movements I find with smaller characters are a lot harder to do without damaging it. The Godzillas are a really nice foundation to actually work with. I quite enjoy making them, so. The big stumpy legs makes it really easy for balance. Oh, it's your second place. Spinosaurus, okay. Yeah, same here. Spinosaurus aegyptiacus is the best one, in my opinion. Not sure how much of down that rabbit hole you've dove, but there's a lot of cool Spinosaur days. So, Spinosaurus aegyptiacus is technically the original one. Also more popularly known as Spinosaurus. There's Oxuli. That one's from South America. And then there is Irritator, who else? Baryonyx, and a couple others. I think there's about 14 or 12 within that family, but I'm not exactly sure on that number. Give or take. There might be more. I think it might be even 30, so I could be vastly mistaken on that one, but quite a lot of them. I think it was founded in 1905 by the paleontologist Erg Stromer. German guy, but unfortunately the first specimen was actually bombed and completely destroyed in, I believe it was World War I or II, probably World War I. So we lost that specimen. Kind of sucks. We only have pictures of it, and only up until recently in 2020 we actually got a good specimen. So yeah, heat guns warm. Oof. Nice feathers. That's not a bad compromise. I used real feathers because it makes it look more accurate, so to speak, right? But also, it's a pain in the butt. Like, if you're gonna add real feathers, if you're using like oven-made clay for bones and stuff like that, it's definitely advised to stick the feathers in the bone structure really early on. They will actually be fine in the oven, that you don't burn it hot enough to actually damage it in that sense at all. So you can get away with that. And it makes it a lot easier to stay. What I used to do is just kind of glue them in place, but the Therizinosaurus has not aged well over time, unfortunately, so yeah. That would be my advice if you want to use real feathers someday. Nothing wrong with clay feathers. I just, yeah, got the idea from, I have a bunch of bird feeders in my backyard. So, when I was first got into dinosaurs, making the Therizinosaurus, for example, I basically just went outside and grabbed all the feathers that I could find by my bird feeders and used that. So, nature provides you with craft supplies that are free sometimes. So, raid your bird feeders. You might find craft supplies. I think primarily the Therizinosaurus is made out of house sparrows. It's the most common one that we have up here. Almost done mixing up this stuff though. Then I will start sculpting Shimo. At least the first layer of clay. I probably won't add a lot of it, but have your post notifications turned on so you find out how far I actually get tonight. It's probably really annoying. I do apologize if that sound is terrible, but not a lot I can do about that. So, welcome to behind the scenes at Moose Motion. The messy jobs. My hands are no longer pristine. Got any other favorite dinosaurs, Mr. Blaze Man? What's your third? Or do you know any interesting facts about the Spinosaurus or Velociraptor that I have neglected? Yes, that's a lot of clay, I do say. I think that's enough for a Shimo. Probably way more than enough, but pretty much all the white clay I had in my entire inventory is now gone. But that's okay. Oh, that sounds weird. Yeah. Looks like a heart. Karate chop. There you go. I heart Shimo. But yeah, when you're baking this stuff, make sure you guys do have a tray if you're gonna do this, because it does get quite hot, so that way it gives you a safe surface area. Maybe don't do it with your bare hands either. Like I said before, I've worked trades most of my life. I'm a welder fabricator by trade, so that's what I do during the day. And I've, yeah, gotten pretty used to that kind of stuff. The amount of times I've been on fire throughout my life is a lot. People look at me strange when I usually say that. How was your Tuesday? I was on fire. You mean, what do you mean? Figuratively? No, literally. Maybe both, but yeah, mostly literally. Yeah, a lot. I'll put it this way: there's flame-resistant clothing, but it's resistant. It's not proof. Got a heart in the way of that, so I can't quite make out the name. Stupid laptop. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Okay. Never mind. It just showed up on the tablet as soon as you got rid of it. That's okay. Looks like a heart. But yeah. Not anymore. Galima. Dating myself with that reference there, too. Any Indiana Jones fans? Not likely. He's an archaeologist, not a paleontologist. Wrong demographic. It all starts. Soupy. Of course, not showing up on the tablet. I'll look that up right away here. Unfortunately, my hands are a little messy. If you want to shoot in another random message, that way I can read the name, maybe, because yeah, like, there's a stupid heart that gets in the way. I don't know how to get rid of that icon. Not the most technologically inclined YouTuber, can you tell? Camera, film, okay, understand. I do actually quite a lot of editing at this point, but live streaming is still really neat me, unfortunately. It's a lot more complicated than I had hoped. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes for this kind of stuff. There's a bunch of keywords set up. Yeah, I digress. No one cares about that stuff. Just film, monkey. But I think... turn on some extra light so I can see what I'm doing just a little bit better. I think I'm pretty much ready. Start mixing this onto Shimo. Looking pretty solid for one color. Still see some of the paint kicking around. Not that bad though. Ow. So what I'm doing right now is just kind of tearing it open so I can see if there's any weird color streaks, like rainbow patterns. Because when you're doing that, I mean, it's probably not the end of the world yet, but you can see just a little bit there. Maybe that can get rid of the glare. White is hard to... yeah, well, there's some blue here. Not that that would be really the end of the world. In Shimo's case, technically. A little bit of tan still. Here and there, not a lot. Luckily, it's really soft now, so mix this up real quick. Might hit it with heat gun once more, just so I don't lose that consistency. See if I can type and mix at the same time. Should be able to do that. Look up this dinosaur. I think that is PTP. Oh, okay. We're talking about, whatchamacallit? Flying reptiles. Technically, these are not dinosaurs. Use type. Still can't pronounce that name. Shoot. Just give me this name right.
Today's birds. Pterosaurs ruled Earth's Mesozoic.
Oh, okay, pterosaur. Jeez, okay, I couldn't read that. I'm slightly embarrassed, but you get the gist of, unfortunately, what I have to deal with on a regular basis. They're cool, but technically not dinosaurs, my friend. They are flying relatives of dinosaurs, but they're closely related to reptiles. So, yeah. Really interesting animals. I want to make a bunch of those, but from a textbook standpoint, not necessarily dinosaurs, and we're not sure what the dividing line means, or the dividing line is when they branched off exactly, unfortunately. There's not a whole lot of specimens on those. I think there's like literally one or two guys in the entire world studying them, so it's kind of a very neglected science area. So, yeah, there's a decent amount out there, but yeah, dinosaurs really robbed the spotlight from them, unfortunately. I'll have to do some notoriety on that, but I know some people didn't understand the crocodile stuff that I was talking about at all, probably in the last one, because I'm a big ancient crocodile fan too, so. I think we're pretty much done here. I'm gonna have to take my glasses off. These are technically not really glasses, it's just more or less protect myself from the lights and all the blue screens that I'm around. Yeah, I think we're good. So, at this point, I just need to grab the skeleton and finish dry brushing this skull. So hopefully part 2 of Shimo will be out on Tuesday. Whew. So I still have a lot of work ahead of me, unfortunately. But getting close to the end of this project. Adding the first layer very soon, so that's pretty exciting. Pay attention to ancient crocodile. Yeah, the crocodilomorphs. Those are really cool. Postasuchus is probably my favorite because it mainly ate dinosaurs. There's, I think, a couple others that are bigger than that, but I know that's one of the biggest ones out there. There's a lot. I can't pronounce any of those names without scripts, unfortunately, but there's a lot from the whatchamacallit, Permian period or Triassic period, yeah. So before dinosaurs ruled the Earth, yes, they were around in the Triassic period, but technically they weren't the dominant species. It was more or less crocodilomorphs, and crocodiles are closely related, but not exactly. So, but yeah. Technically, crocodilomorphs in the Triassic period, approximately, hey Siri. When was the Triassic period?
Sorry, I can't help with that. You can learn more about logging or health data with Siri at apple.com.
Siri does not speak dinosaur. You are not helpful, Siri. No wonder you are being replaced with Android. Anyway, cool. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I'm tired. But yeah, I think that's pretty much... Yeah, shoot. Durr! I'm tired. Not a good way to end this. Uh-oh. But yeah, yeah, crocodile, yeah, shoot. Crocodilomorphs. That's what I was talking about. Triassic period. They technically ate most of the dinosaurs during that time period, so I digressed. At least I don't sound like a complete fool. Siri doesn't speak dinosaur. Not helpful. At one point she did, but not anymore. She used to be pretty fluent in it. Disappointed. Google knows what I'm talking about far more often. Yeah, if you enjoyed that, smack that like button, please, man. I'd appreciate it. So I think we're about to just call it quits here. It's getting kind of late. Almost 9 o'clock on my end here. Got all my clay mixed up, so I'm ready to play with my Shimo at this point. So, do a little bit of pack up. Then do my whole fancy outro. So if you have any more questions, let me know. It's not gonna get in the way. You don't have it once, so I'm just gonna leave you sitting off to the side so nothing bad happens. So yeah. Future Shimo. Doesn't look like a Shimo, but it'll get there. Oh. That's a lot. Cool. But anyway, I shall start sculpting away, I do say. So hopefully you enjoyed this stream today. And if you did, be sure to smash that like button as hard as a kaiju. Comment below what you think of the project. Share with your friends. And perhaps consider subscribing if you're new. Anyway, that's enough from me. Till next time. Take it easy, Blaze Man in particular. So thank you for sticking around to the very end. And yeah, you have yourself a very good night, sir. As my tablet is now starting to fall out. So cut. Bye, guys.